Hello, 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 and welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the planet. My name is Anthony Carter. I'm the host, producer, creative genius, madman, and brilliant mind behind a movement entitled That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food, plant based lifestyle. Let me say that one more time for the cheap seats in the back and because it is Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the planet. My name is Anthony Carter. I'm the host, producer, creative genius, madman, and brilliant mind behind a movement entitled That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant-based lifestyle. Let Welcome, come on in, get settled. Let's jump right in. The title of this week's talk is Why Moderation is a Lie That's Keeping Us Sick. Why moderation is a lie that is keeping us sick. Now, you guys know I have been talking for a while about doing a loving rant about moderation and why I believe it doesn't work and why I have never seen it work. It does not work. So here we are. So I'm going to talk about moderation. So, yes, have you ever heard the statement, or maybe you've uttered this statement, everything in moderation? I have heard that. I have used it. I have encouraged it. I've heard other people say it. I heard people say it when I lived on the East Coast in New York City. I heard it when I lived on the West Coast in Long Beach, California. I'm now back on the East Coast in New England, and I'm hearing it again. So it is something that, from what I can tell, is global and is nationwide. Everything in moderation. Hmm. Moderation, my friends, is a lie. Let me say that again. Moderation is a lie, right? Moderation is a lie that comforts us, right? It's a lie wrapped in comfort, as they say. It is, and wrapped when it is wrapped in comfort, it allows us to do a couple of things. It allows us to keep doing what we're doing. It allows us not to challenge ourselves. It allows us to not feel the need to make a change. It allows us to keep doing things that we know we shouldn't be doing that aren't good for us, but it's just a little bit, right? So it's okay. It's moderation. I don't do it all the time. I do it a little bit. Moderation does not work. Now, unless there are some outliers. I have a sister who's a year younger than me. We're a year apart, and she is the only person on the planet who I have ever known, who I have ever met, who I've ever come across, who understands and operates in moderation. I don't know where she got this from. I don't know what gene she got this from because the Carters that I know, myself included, don't understand, don't do moderation. But my sister, this woman, she's the kind of person where she can get a box of cookies, and the box of cookies will last all month. I ain't never heard of that. There has never been a box of cookies that's crossed this doorstep wherever I lived on the planet that lasted a week. They don't last around here. So I can't have things like that around me. I can have them in the house. I will admit it. I don't understand that. I don't understand moderation. But my sister, God bless her, can do moderation. She's the only person on the planet I've ever met who understands and operates in moderation. For the rest of us mere mortals, we don't do that well. So we need to give up this concept of moderation. Okay, it was just a little side note. So what I would like to do is I'm going to bust that wide open for us. I'm going to talk about what you can do instead of moderation, because I'm sorry, moderation is killing us. Moderation is killing Black men. I've had many people ask me the last 4 or 5 or 6 months about why I don't speak directly to women and why I don't necessarily help women. I never said I didn't help women. I'm going to get that straight. I'm working with my mom now, and we're almost got her off the medication. So she's a woman. She's a Black woman. She's my mom. So I do work with women. Now, the reason I'm talking about men is because that is the experience that I have had. That is the experience that I have the most intimate knowledge of. And I also know how we think, and I know the things that come at us and come in on us because I've had to deal with them. So it's not that I'm not dealing with women, it's just that you got to start somewhere. And this is the experience I am most familiar with, I am most intimate with. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to move on. So, as I was saying, I'm digressing a lot tonight. As I was saying, um, hypertension and this um, concept of moderation is killing black men. I don't know about you, but I am done going to funerals, hearing about the death of black men who are my age and younger, who have checked out because they were trying to do trying to do this moderation foolishness, right? Let's get on away from the moderation, people. It doesn't work. It is a lie. Now, let me ask you a couple of questions. Have you heard or are you familiar with the following questions or statements, as they will? Go ahead and treat yourself. A little bit won't hurt. You deserve it. That's my favorite one. You deserve it. No, 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 people. Moderation is akin to microdosing. It is akin to not taking a full gulp of poison, not drinking all the poison, but just having a little bit in your food, you know, day in and day out, just having a little bit of poison, and it's slowly but surely killing us. That would be the same as or akin to me saying, well, why don't you add a little bleach to your smoothie? Would you do that? I wouldn't do that. Would you add a little bit of bleach to your smoothie? Just a little bit. It wouldn't hurt, right? You probably wouldn't do that. So let's let go of the moderation. Now, I brought up the thing with the smoothie because to me, there are some things that are just as deadly that are just as poisonous that we put into our bodies constantly. Primarily salt, oil, and sugar. Just so you know, I am starting a 30-day challenge tomorrow, a no salt, no oil, no sugar challenge. I started today. And I've added no coffee, so I'm having no caffeine as well. So if I'm a little loopy, please bear with me. Please offer me a bit of grace. I've had bit of a headache today because of the no coffee, but we will get through it. So, yes, sliding a little bit of bleach into your smoothie is akin to the salt, the oil, and the sugar. I'm just going to say it and I'm going to stand by it. Now, many times we don't know what to do because we've always done this with the food, right? So let me give you some tips and talk about what really works. When I got ready to get super healthy 3 years ago, picture it, um, January 2022, living in California at the time, I took a 12-week course with the Black Health Academy, the Plant Protocol, Farm to Table. Shout out to Lisa A. Smith. I took a course, and it was all about not moderation, but letting go of this stuff, period, right? We didn't moderate ourselves. We didn't moderate ourselves to health the same way we did to sickness. Let me say that again. We didn't moderate ourselves to health the same way we did to sickness. When I got ready to get healthy, when I was tired of being dizzy, when I was tired of not sleeping, when I was tired of having brain fog, when I was tired of my feet being swollen every night and me not knowing why, when I was tired of all of that nonsense, I didn't cut back on salt, oil, and sugar. I didn't cut back on things that weren't good for me. I cut them out. I didn't cut back, I cut them out. We're not doing this, we're not doing this, we're not doing this, we're not doing this. Now, people may think, oh, that's so hard, it's such a challenge. Maybe, but to me, if it came down to trying that, or the things I just mentioned about the brain fog, about the not sleeping, about the constantly peeing, about the mood swings, about the swollen feet and limbs, if I had to manage that or just not putting salt, oil, and sugar in something, I was willing to go for the no salt, oil, and sugar setup. So I did not cut back on the things that were poisoning me. I did not cut back on the things that were killing me. I cut them out. I cut them out. Now, when I dropped the salt, stopped cooking with the oil, and gave up the sugar, some things changed. My blood pressure went down. As you guys know, I've said it many times. When I started this journey, that blood pressure was 145 over 95. I was dangerously close to dancing around stroke category. I wasn't having it. I wasn't interested in doing that. So when I cut out when I dropped the salt, stopped cooking with the oil, and gave up the sugar, the blood pressure went down. 145 over 95. The last time I had it checked, it was 106 over 73 or 109 over 73. So we're talking a 20 or 30 point difference. So it can be done, right? My blood pressure went down. What else happened? My confidence level went up. My energy level went up. Because you don't have that junk in your body, you can actually think and process things a whole lot differently, a whole lot quicker. Now, let me give you a challenge. Let me throw out the gauntlet. Let me throw something down for you. Why don't we go all in? Right? Let's just go all in and do it. I'm going to be doing this challenge for 30 days. You can join me at any time. It is a Facebook challenge. I will be talking about it the time that I'm in there. I will, but I'm offering you a mini challenge, a 7 day challenge. I believe you can do it. I believe you can do anything for 7 days. Let me give you your 7 day action plan. First thing, we're going to dump the salt. Dump the salt. What is the food gonna taste like? What am I gonna eat? I know a lot of us, when I say us, I mean folk, us is in our community. Black folks, we gotta have salt. We pretend we have to have salt on everything. Let's take 7 days and not do that. Let's try something different. Let's do a new thing, a new way, right? Let's see if we can get this blood pressure under wraps. So, if you're not using salt, what would you use? Very good question. You can dump the salt, add garlic, add lemon juice. I cook with lemon juice and garlic all the time. Garlic, lemon juice. You can add vinegar. You can use fresh herbs. That takes care of the salt. Let's move on. What about the oil? No oil. That means yes. That means we're not frying things. We're not. Even though people try to slide them in on you with the fried mushrooms, and I've had them. They're pretty tasty. We're gonna try for 7 days. The goal is no oil for 7 days. What does that look like? Great question. How will I cook my vegetables? How will I do this? How will I do that? I will tell you. Instead of using oil to saute the vegetables and the mushrooms, why not use veggie broth? Why not use water? If you saute in water and add just a hint or two, a drop or two or three of liquid amino acids, you will be right as rain, my friends. So yes, you can try boiling, you can try roasting, you can even use your air fryer because they don't require any oil. You can put vegetables in the air fryer. Let's move on to the big dreaded S, the one that has many of us, most of us, myself included, from time to time, in a chokehold, in a stranglehold. The white stuff, sugar, right? What are you going to do? We're going to take 7 days and not eat that and see how we feel. This is all a grand experiment, right? So if you are not eating the cookies and the donuts and the cupcakes and whatever, the sweet bagels, whatever it is you're eating to get your sugar fix, what can you eat instead? I will tell you. How about getting some dates? How about some bananas? I personally love dates and bananas. Did not know I liked dates until 6 months ago. I stumbled into that. And now I use I use dates to make all kinds of desserts. I put them in smoothies. If you're interested in getting my smoothie recipe, I have a killer smoothie recipe that's just like drinking a cold liquid brownie. It can be done, folks. I put dates in my smoothies. No bleach, but I do put dates in there. Okay, if you're interested, let me know. Drop me a line in the comments. Let me know. Put the word date, and I will know to send you. DM me your email. I will send you my smoothie recipe that includes dates. Very tasty. Um, so I've got 7 days to do this. I believe you can do this. I believe in you. It's only 7 days. And before we jump in with the excuses, let me cut all the objections and all the excuses off at the knees. So let me tell you what you're not. You're not too old. You're not too busy. You're not too proud. You're not too far gone that you can't turn the ship around if you decide to do so. So, turn the ship around. If you're going to join me for this 7 days, I'm doing it 30 days with or without you, but I'd love to have you. If you'd like to join me for the 7 days, please type in yes in the comments so I know I'm not alone with this. Type in the word yes, Y-E-S, right? C, yes, Y-E-S. Type it in and let me know that you're going to be joining me for the 7 days. You're welcome to stick around for the whole month of July. It'll change your life. But if you want to do 7 days, by all means, jump in and let's do 7 days and let me support you. Okay, one more thing before I go. In 2 days, 2 days, today is Tuesday, in 2 days, on Thursday, July 3rd, I am hosting, yours truly is hosting a masterclass. It is a masterclass called Roots of Wellness. It is 1 hour. It is 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, July 3rd, which is 2 days from now. Please join me. It is only an hour. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to I'm going to be supporting people who are ready to make the change. I'm going to be supporting people and answering questions for people who have questions about how I did it and how they can get started. I will be answering questions, if need be, around what do you do when you're the only person in your house is eating this way? What do you do if you're the one that does the cooking and I've got to convince everybody that we're going to try something different? I will answer as many questions as humanly possible. If there are things I am not familiar with or I have not thought about, I will tell you, I haven't thought about that. Let me get back to you. If I don't know, I will tell you I don't know. One of the big things I used to do when I taught my little ones, right, whether they were 4 years old, in the seventh grade, or 70, I'm not going to BS people. If I don't know something, I will tell you I don't know. Let me get back to you on that. If it's something I haven't thought about, I may say, give me a minute. Let me think about that, right? No right or wrong answers, just simply life experiences. So, Sunday, listen to me. Thursday, Thursday, July 3rd, on the Zoom, Roots of Wellness. And it's all about me supporting people in their journey and me supporting, when I say people, Black men 40 to 60 who are interested. I'm committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant-based lifestyle who would like to join me. Ladies, if you'd like to join, you're welcome to join as well. This is kind of an open policy for now, if you will. It is 1 hour long. It's this Thursday, July 3rd, 7 p.m. EST. The link is above me in the box, so you can grab it and get registered now. We want to keep it small and intimate and powerful, so make sure you come and join us on Thursday. All right, so I am going to wrap up here, keeping in mind, quick review, moderation doesn't work. It is a lie. It is a lie wrapped in comfort so that we will continue to do what it is we want to do. All right, I'm going to wrap up here. Get some plants on that plate. Take care of your loved ones. Let your loved ones take care of you. And most importantly, eat like you got some sense. My name is Anthony Carter. I'm the host, producer, creative genius, madman, and brilliant mind behind the movement entitled That Plant Life. A movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant based lifestyle. Let me say that one more time for the cheap seats in the back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the planet. My name is Anthony Carter. I'm the host, producer, creative genius, madman, and brilliant mind behind a movement entitled That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food, plant based lifestyle. I'm going to get out of here now. Hopefully, I will see you Thursday at 7 for Roots of Wellness, my 1 hour